Hey everyone, so let's just talk then about how we can all be free, truly free, okay? Not this fake freedom that we've been sold. Because I feel like so many of us, if not all of us, of course, we want to be free, but we don't know that we're actually not free already because we have chains of gold, okay? As Aldous Huxley said, the victim of mind manipulation does not know that he's a victim. To him, the walls of his prison are invisible and he believes himself to be free. That he is not free is apparent only to other people because his servitude is strictly objective, okay? Our servitude, our work, our labour is compulsory for survival. For the essential things that we need to exist, like shelter, energy, food and water. And so when we take the larger perspective and we zoom out and we see, the reality that we're spinning around on this little tiny rock in space, it feels a little bit absurd that we would remain the only species that effectively denies ourselves basic rights to these things. And, a lot of us live in these cities where we're unfortunately divorced from nature. And now, of course, there's a whole, boom and people becoming more interested in how to grow their own vegetables, so on and so forth. But typically, we've been living in a world that has starved us of these things. And of course, we have to run around in a rat race our entire lives to actually make ends meet. And we get the Monday blues, we get TGI Friday, we get the Sunday scaries, right? We get all of these phrases that have become common parlance in society, which is sort of suggestive of something quite insidious, which is psychological enslavement. So, some people might say to me, well, Adam, it's just the life that you choose. You're choosing to be, say, an architect. And although on one level that is true, it's ultimately also true that I've just been given the option of working here, or here, right? It's like if someone gives you the option of having McDonald's or Burger King for dinner, it's not really a true option, isn't it? It's just kind of like, it's a restricted option. And the option we have is like, do you want to live in or work in this plantation, or do you want to go to this plantation? It's totally up to you. But can I not just sit under a tree and read a book today and learn about what I actually am passionate about? No, because philosophy has been discarded by society by and large. And unfortunately, that is one of the reasons we live in a world where people are not really capable of seeing that they are, in fact, psychologically enslaved to this insane socio-economic model that we call capitalism. People will say, well, socialism is the answer, but I'd say balance is the answer. And we can attain that balance if we chip away at capitalism and leave it for what it is, okay, which is a system of bartering, a system of trade. And that can sit above basic human rights of shelter, energy, food and water, which could be the socialist aspect of society. So we can only do that when we do what the government should be doing, right? The whole point of government is that it should be socialist in its nature, because we are crowdsourcing the projects that are then procured by the government. So if we take a look at what they're actually doing, seemingly it's not much in the way of a positive direction, is it? So, how long is it going to be for us to realise that we don't need any petitions, we don't need any politicians, we don't need to continue in the status quo, in this system, where we can basically become the government. We are already the government, we just haven't been trained to realise that. We are the people, we are the power, we are the 99.9% on this planet. So if we want to truly be free, we have to realise that and empower ourselves by coming together, organising ourselves. As Martin Luther King said, those who love peace must learn to organise themselves as effectively as those who love war. So all we need to do is coordinate ourselves for the vision that's been outlined at newearth.land, which simply involves us coming together, crowdsourcing land and crowdsourcing democratic co-housing environments that utilise existing technologies to provide freely from the comfort of our own homes, from our doorsteps, those four things: shelter, energy, food and water. At that point, we would truly have a choice. We would truly have the ability to live our lives the way that we truly want to. And that's ultimately how we can be free. It can be done so simply. It can be done today. It can be done tomorrow. But we just need to reach the right exposure, the right amount of people need to become aware of this so that we can start to operate like a 21st century taxation system. But taxation is obviously a bit of a dirty word because now it's more transparent, optional, democratic, as taxation should ultimately be. So if you're interested in, this and researching this in more detail, do check out newearth.land, where you can become a part of this movement towards true freedom, abundance, and well-being in the world for everyone, not just for a select few people, especially people in the establishment. This is about reducing inequality by eradicating poverty in society. We can all absolutely be a part of that. So thanks very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, where we'll be talking about, I guess, probably something metaphysical, something to do with what we might call spirituality. But yeah, do keep in touch, and do ping me a message, adam@newearth.land, and follow along on Instagram or YouTube. So thanks very much.